Welcome, everybody. Glad you could attend. Like everything else here in 2020, this is a little odd for groundbreaking. We've got very few people here tonight or this afternoon and appropriately distanced. But nonetheless, we're happy that we're here today doing this. I've got here with me also, I've got three of our council members, Kelly Whiting, Mark Holm, and Jeff. We're going to do a little groundbreaking and shovel digging here. Before we do that, one thing I'd like to say is Supervisor Steve Van Ort is also here. And Steve and I came into city government at the same election cycle back in 2002. And ever since 2002, this senior center has been talked about a little bit at a time, but nothing really gained any traction to get it going until just recently. So it's nice after all those years, 15 or 20 years, it's nice to see this actually come to fruition now. And next year when we have a grand opening, I think it's really going to be spectacular. Just a little bit about the center. The average age in Ankeny is about mid-30s, 30, 35 years old. So we've got a lot of young people here in Ankeny. And with that comes a lot of youth activities. We've got parks, soccer complexes, football fields, baseball, you name it. And over those 20 years, all of us have heard, well, what are you going to do for the seniors? And this is it. And one thing that this will do, Steve will talk a little bit here about the congregate meal site that Polk County will run and their participation in this project, of which I'm happy for our partnership. But outside of that, I think this is going to be a center for all seniors, regardless of means, whether they want to just come up and visit with their peers or what have you. But I think this is going to be a really exciting and valued asset for the city of Ankeny. So again, I'd like to thank all of you for coming, and I'll turn the mic over to Supervisor Van Ort.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor, and appreciate your words. Members of the City Council, thank you for this opportunity to partner with you. Mr. City Manager, it's been a long road, but we got here. And as Gary said, this has been a 20-year project, and maybe even a little bit longer for some of us. My mom had always complained that there really wasn't a good senior center, a good community center in Ankeny, and that we deserve, and she would say, we deserve a park too. And that always stuck in my mind that we do programming through Park and Recreation for all of our citizens. And it's very important to remember our senior citizens. Gary talked about the average age of Ankeny, but one of the things that we're realizing, not only in Ankeny, but all through Eastern Polk County, is that we're becoming very multi-generational. It's so attractive for young families to come to Ankeny with all of the parks and all of the amenities, and grandma and grandpas miss their grandkids, and as they retire, Ankeny has become a great place to come and not visit, but to live. We serve about 1,000 congregate meals a day. We're maybe down a little bit now than we were before. Now we don't have the congregate meal sites. We provide meals. You come in their box meals that people are provided for. Here in Ankeny, about 100. And if you think that there are 1,000 meals provided in all of Polk County, a tenth of those, that's a big number. Timber, that's okay. A tenth of those are right here in Ankeny. The congregate meal site in Ankeny has been very successful, and Gary's right. Sometimes I hesitate going to visit the congregate meal site because all I hear is, when are we going to get our own senior center? And this is a great partnership and we appreciate the opportunity to have this partnership with Ankeny. We see a lot of opportunities. A senior center is just not a place where we serve food. It's a place that we take senior citizens' temperature. How are they doing? What do they need? And this is just not a building. This is an important opportunity for us to reach out to senior citizens to make sure that they are getting everything they need to serve themselves. A lot of senior citizens, not only in Iowa, but all across the country, want to live in place. They want to age in place. And a congregate meal site is just one more opportunity that we give them to be able to age in place, to have the independence, but have somewhere to get networking. Still trying to figure out how to play pickleball. So, Mr. Mayor, you and I may have to play pickleball, or you may have to teach me how to do that, because I have no idea what pickleball was and is. We looked it up on Google today. I still don't get it. How do you have badminton, tennis, and table tennis, and bocce ball? I don't know. But it's an opportunity, and we just appreciate the partnership that we have with Ankeny and the future that we're providing, the multi-generational opportunities that we're providing our citizens and will be providing citizens. We have the vision, we have the fortitude, we have the opportunity. One thing we know is that when you build it, more people come. And we look forward to this opportunity. I look forward to being here in a year for the grand opening and the ribbon cutting. And thank you all very much. As the mayor said, these are different times. We're not serving meals like we have. But we're still serving people. And that's the important part of county government, city government, is serve people to make their lives easier and better and help them relax and be comfortable in these very difficult times. So again, thank you very much, all of you, for coming. Mr. Mayor? Thank you. Good.
Thanks, Supervisor Van Ort. My name is David Jones. I'm the city manager, and I've had the good fortune of working actually with both organizations, Polk County and the City of Ankeny, in order to work with the elected officials to bring this project to fruition. I wanted to share a few of the details about this unique project. First, we do have representatives from our architect, Shive Hattery Architects, which has designed the last several senior centers in the metro. So they're here today. And our general contractor is also here today, Roshan Corporation. This was a sealed bid, competitively bid project, and they were the contractor selected for the project. So both of those, our architect and our contractor, are from the metro area, and we look forward to working with them to see this project completed. So although this is a senior community center with a very heavy emphasis on senior, the building really will have broad appeal. This building idea started a number of years ago, as was mentioned, but it's really evolved in recent years. And so one of the things I think that's that needs to be underscored about the project is, if the city were to build this building, it wouldn't look like this and it wouldn't have the amenities that it had. If Polk County decided to build a senior center or a congregate meal site, it probably wouldn't look like this and have these amenities. But by the City Council and the Polk County Board of Supervisors pooling the taxpayer resources, we're going to have something that nobody else has had. And I believe this will have very broad appeal in the community, and it's a very taxpayer-friendly project because everybody's working together to get that done. So while it will have a large dining room and the activity rooms and the game rooms, the billiards rooms, all of the things that you would typically expect in Polk County's facilities, it will also have a number of other amenities that will be for folks of all ages to enjoy, and I'll talk a little bit about that. Essentially, the first floor from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Polk County will manage that operation. So it will be a senior senior center, just like there are other senior facilities in Des Moines and in West Des Moines, with all of the activities very specific to seniors. What the first floor will also have is a regulation gymnasium, which will be able to accommodate a number of activities. So think of a world after COVID, and we all would like to think that way, that we will have the ability to have large gatherings in the gym. We will have the ability to do a regulation basketball, regulation volleyball, and also 3 regulation indoor pickleball courts, which we know pickleball is one of the fastest growing activities, recreation activities in the country, and we believe that will be very popular in Ankeny, especially where we know 5 months out of the year there's not much we can do recreation-wise. So that will be brand new, a brand new one-of-a-kind building. In addition to the downstairs, this will be a 2-story facility, and the upstairs will house an indoor walking track for year-round exercise of all ages, for folks of all ages. So seniors, their kids, their grandkids, everybody can use that. An exercise area, a golf and other sports simulator on the 2nd floor of this facility, a bocce ball court, and shuffleboard tables. And so as trends change, as people's attitudes change, there's a lot of flexibility in the design. I think our architects did an excellent job. So if things do change over time, we'll have the ability to change along with it in one-of-a-kind facility. The building is 39,300 square feet in total, and we're very excited. We look forward to hopefully, I talked to the contractors here before this event. We're expecting our grand opening and ribbon cutting to be done in late 2021, so about 13 months from now. So we're hoping for good weather. And I invite everybody here to come back to the grand opening next year, and thanks everybody for coming today.